I'm always amazed at these married men who manage to maintain double lives.
Married men manage to maintain what? Double lives?
Double lives.
You mean like happy?
Was that the Jurassic 5?
Yeah.
That's so much work, dude.
Bro.
So much work.
It's a ton of work, bro. This dude, okay, he's.
Well, you don't have to be involved.
I can't even maintain one life.
Yeah.
That's because you're involved.
One life is
Yeah, it's because you're a good dad.
That's the key, dude. You gotta be absent in both.
If you're not involved and you just come in and out whenever you want to,
And if you're absent in both, you have room for a third.
I know.
You know what I mean? And you're always working.
and also you can say you're doing business abroad or you're military or whatever, and then you can have a kid and family in a different country.
You know what's really sad is, I had a friend who thought she had a perfectly normal like childhood with her
Damn.
two parents, and then her dad passed away on a flight. He had like a heart attack on the plane,
Damn.
and then they were like, oh, he was going back and forth to China for business like he always does. But they found out that he never had business in China. He just had another wife.
And it sucks that he passed away and you can't even like
Can't even ask.
seek resolution.
You can't forgive him. You can't get mad at him.
Wait,
He's
so how
just
did they find
gone.
out?
I did look through records and figured out why he was going, and they had his stuff and like his letters and just what he had.
So what you're saying is he never got caught.
Yeah.
Post-mortem.
His weak ass had to have a heart attack, dude.
Hannah's got relatives in the U.S. because her grandpa or great grandpa did exactly this.
Damn.
Because he worked on like a shipping company, so he had he had a family here in the States, and then family back home in Wales.
Dude, I feel like I hear about this all the time.
It sounds too common.
This is not uncommon.
Dude.
But you know what's funny? It's like if you're just a shitty husband or a shitty dad and you're not double lifing, what excuse do you have?
Yeah, you're a piece of shit, dude.
All right, so listen to this.
At least have another family.
This guy's name is Oliver. He's from the UK. He's 44. He was living with his wife during the week. The whole time, his wife believed he was a cruise ship captain.
Okay.
Oh my God, Hannah's grandpa!
Which is a good way to be like, gotta go.
Any
I'm
one
a
of
tugboat.
He doesn't even know boats. He's like... So on the weekends, he lived with a separate fiance who believed that he worked for BMW of America. So then he's got to like go, gotta go sell those Beamers.
Or a Beamer collared shirt.
Wow, he's really good.
And so he was bringing in lots of money, but even in his ways of like gaining income, even that was a scam. He made $400K selling fake cruise ship tickets.
On his tugboat? You show up and it's a raft and he goes, "Welcome to the enchanted boat."
Yeah, so this guy was raking in lots of money because he would sell these fake tickets and then take that money and then just gamble the shit out of it.
And then make more gambling or lose it?
Money, yeah. So he was basically in all facets of his life, just like fraudster.
fraud.
Yeah.
But that's why he's so good at it. It's because he does it everywhere he
If
goes.
you're 100% a fraud in every facet, though, are you
High level.
the truth?
Are you the Michael Jordan? Are you the Michael Jordan of frauding?
Imagine the freaking detective's like,
He's
that's legit.
Yeah.
Not one thing did he tell the truth on. This is the real deal.
This guy's good.
So that just means he lives in an alternate universe.
Yeah, and the sad thing is the first thing I wanted to find out was how did this guy get caught.
Yeah.
Doesn't say, but it does say that like he's getting the maximum penalty for this or whatever from the judge because they're just like there's no portion where you had remorse, like you were willfully pulling these scams.
His business probably got him caught up, and then everyone else found out afterwards.
He maybe mixed up the cruise ship and BMW thing.
Does it say if his wife caught him or what happened?
It doesn't say how he got nabbed, but like now everything's out in the open and
Interesting stories like that. I'm like, I wonder how they were as a child. You know what I mean? Like, were they just same thing, like through school, through their social circles, with their parents? Like, is it just everything is just like a compulsive lying type?
what makes somebody like turn into a professional con man?
They probably learned from their parents, dude.
I think it's probably like really difficult expectations, at least from the person's own perspective. That's hard to meet. So it's easier to lie instead of like failing on those expectations, and it just starts becoming like it's on build momentum.
And it's like instant gratification. Because it's almost like, you know, like when, you know, we're kids and we make fun of posers, right?
Yeah.
Because they want to look the part, but they don't actually skate. Or they want to be a DJ, but they don't practice to become a DJ. They just want to look like one.
Sure, yeah. They want the image and the
Yeah, and then they just go like this with the turntables, but they don't know how to beat match and shit. You know, like I feel like it starts with that. Like people are just they want the image, but they just suck at practicing to doing it.
Yeah. The judge did point out one trait that I felt like was pretty telling. So, freeloaders. People with a freeloading mentality are just one step away from conning. They're just not clever. So like if someone's a freeloader and they're also like kind of devious, then you can completely see why they would just be a con man.
They already want free shit anyway.
Exactly. They don't want to work for something.
And then now they're like, well, if I can like get an angle on it.
Dude, I was listening to this interview with this guy named Brett Johnston, and he was the #1 cyber criminal,
Damn.
like of all time, FBI most wanted list.
Wow.
And he was talking about how when he was growing up, he was like, dude, my mom ran every single scam known to man.
Dude.
She would like it in every stage of his life. It was always like, all right, we ran this scam. All right, what's next? And just constantly going to the next. She would go to coal mines and just start taking coal and then selling it and undercutting people. She would like, and then they started doing that as kids. And then instead of saying like, why are you doing that? What do you like? This is fucked up. She would be like, where'd you get that ColecoVision? How'd you get that? How can we run this scam too? I want in. And so like the kids would be running scams, the mom was running scams, and it just became this thing that like he had to compulsively do for his whole life until like he created the first like eBay scam, selling like Beanie Babies and then like painting them, making them seem like they're like first editions or whatever the fuck they are. And then
Right.
taking the money and then nobody else could get you for it.
So creative.
And he just kept doing that to the highest level until he became like the #1 most wanted like cyber criminal.
These people are so good. Like
Yeah.
they are so good to the point of like, don't you ever think of like doing something else?
They get more long lasting.
Like
Well, no, that's like Catch Me If You Can, though, right?
for real.
That's like fucking Leo and Catch Me If You Can, where it's like, well, you're so good at being bad that I just come work for the government.
Yeah. And that's actually what happened to this dude. He, like,
Him too?
same thing. That
makes sense.
Dude, all the scams that you do when you hear about crypto or those Chinese people hit you up randomly, like, hey, what's up, dude, or whatever. Hey, what's up? I'm lonely or whatever. Like, he was like breaking all that down to a science of like
Wow.
how to do that. And it just giving people a little bit of hope and then just taking all their shit.
Yeah.
shit.
And it's really fucked up, but he was like, yeah, it was a crazy time. of my
And you
life.
really do need like sociopathic tendencies where you feel nothing for people's.
But most scams work because they prey upon people's desires.
Exactly.
So if you're
People's
disciplined-
greed, yeah.
Yeah, because like those Nigerian scams and shit, it's because you're greedy.
Yeah.
You're like, oh no, I need to help you.
You gotta dangle the carrot.
That's true, yeah.
But also sometimes they prey upon the kindness, like if someone's like, oh, I got hurt, I need help, and then they fuck with your kindness, you know. So those are the really.
No,
fucked
I only
up
like
ones, but-
losing money to greedy scams.
Yeah, because you can only blame yourself.
right?
Yeah.
My friend was a compulsive gambler, or he is still, and
Your friend Mo? Your friend Mo? Mo Mitsukawa?
Mo Mitsumama. No, so he's a hardcore guy. He lost tons of money, tons of fucking money. Lost friends' money. Lost a lot of friends, right?
Down bad.
And so like, I just don't want to be around this dude because it's like dangerous. But it makes sense because same story. Since childhood, for him it was normalized, and especially in Asian culture, like you do it every New Year. You do it like during special times. You do it all the like. His parents gambled all night. They go to the casino. Like no one said gambling is wrong.
Right.
It's bad. But we grew up Christian and we were just like, you don't even fucking touch that shit.
Exactly.
So I know I'm doing something that's a little risky. For him, it's like this is associated with partying. It's associated with love. It's associated with like finding like being somebody, right? Because then when he wins, his whole family's like, yay, like. And then so it sounds like that's the same with the scammer. If your mom gave you that attention, that like good boy, you did a good fucking job. So then now you're
a good
associating
scam.
all
Yeah,
of
no,
that.
for real.
Yeah, scamming becomes your love language.
Yeah.
It becomes who you are. So that's hard to fucking break, man.
Timmy, why can't you be like Bobby and get a big scam?
See? We're trying to score big.
So while we're trying to kind of rationalize in our heads about why people do these like double marriage, like you just think that's so
fun,
much
dude.
trouble to do, right?
I bet it's fun.
In this case, it kind of does shed a little bit of light on why, because he did it so that he could commit fraud under the names of his spouses and like people that trust him.
Damn.
So it's not so much that he just wants to like cheat and do all this.
It's part of a bigger plan.
It's part of a bigger plan, yeah. So the main thing.
Oh, that's okay then.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is it?
Oh, why'd you say that at the beginning, Ryan?
Dude, this guy's ambitious. He's got goals.
It's like because usually as a dude,
You're just horny.
yeah, your mind just goes like
greedy and
it's so
horny,
much
yeah.
trouble.
Yeah, I thought it was, adultery, and I was like, that's fucked up.
This guy's just a CEO.
I think when you see somebody living a double life, you have to really check and go, is there a financial gain to like doing that? Because maybe a lot of times there are, and maybe if you never catch it, then you just think he's a scumbag. But like, dude, there could be something there.
Yeah.
Or it's a two birds for one stone type of deal, where you're like, I happen to love this person, and I could steal their money. That's jackpot. You know what I mean?
That's
Love and
fucked
theft
up.
goes a long way.
That's top tier. That's
I love them, and I can steal their
I
money.
swear to God, I thought I saw something where like when 23andMe and those things started coming out, people started like finding all these people related, right? And then it's like I've seen so many examples of they're like, oh yeah, I had no idea he was such a great dad or whatever, and then I'm like, well, maybe there are cases where they have these secret families, but they're still like there as like not a deadbeat.
Right, they're just good dads twice.
Really good multitasker.
Good multi-dads.
monetize your horniness.
Compulsive fathers.
Compulsive father.
If you had to, do you think you have what it takes to run two relationships simultaneously?
No.
You could never
I
do
can
it.
even do one. Like it's so hard. Well, no, it's not hard. It's just a lot.
A lot of if you're involved, right?
Yeah, it's so much.
But if you were like, that was your only job of just having relationships with people, you could probably do it. I think we all could. If we didn't have other business,
We're all ambitious people. I think it's all doable.
there's only so many hours in a day. Is all I'm trying to say.
I think we can do it.
Why are you guys all looking at me like that?
I feel like it's an open conversation. Like if everybody's on the same page, I feel like that would work.
Oh, because then you're not hiding anything. Because the guilt.
It's the guilt.
Like, are you cool with 3 fake families? Because I want to do 3 fake families.
Right, like if you're cool with that, let's do it. Like you gotta find a person that's just like chill.
Yeah.
You gotta find someone who's down to scam.
I'm not down for you to have any other husbands, but I'm gonna have 3 wives this life.
I'm like, I could settle with it.
It doesn't sound impossible.
That's how we know we're normal folks. Because guys like this, they have no conscience when it comes to it.
Yeah, they need to communicate better.
Yeah, it's just communication.
Speak your truth.
Love them and theft them.
Let's steal from our significant others.